Hello everyone, I'm Jack O'Brien from clinicmastery.com, and today we're going to show you how easy it is to get started with Cliniq apps and transform the way you communicate with your clients. See, we've found that nearly 60% of patients who drop out of our care and don't finish their management plans do so because of perceived indifference. That is, they assume that their health practitioner just doesn't care enough about them, and so they don't come back. Now, we know that's not the case. As health professionals, we're all passionate about creating great outcomes and we do care deeply about our patients. But sometimes we don't necessarily do a great job of communicating that in an effective, timely manner every single time. So, when you have a clear understanding of some of the key moments in your patient journey and you can communicate in an effective and timely manner that is meaningful to your patients, you not only create a great experience that exceeds their expectations, but you can drastically reduce the chances of clients dropping off because of perceived indifference. And in comes Cliniq apps. See, Cliniq apps syncs with Clinico or some other practice management softwares and uses that data from your practice management software to automate communications with your patients. And so, in this video series, we're going to show you the exact strategies to create patient groups, craft timely and effective messages, and automate the whole process through campaigns. So I'd encourage you to watch this through a couple of times, pause the video, take notes and screenshots if you want to, in order to implement what we're showing you and take action straight away so that you can continue to create amazing experiences and outcomes for your clients. So let's jump in and have a look at exactly what you need to do to get started with Cliniq apps. So you can see on my screen here, we're in the dashboard, and here is where you'll see a whole bunch of different reports that give you a snapshot of your KPIs in your clinic in real time. So it's super helpful. You really need to understand and know what all these numbers mean, and then you can use that to inform your health clinic. But patient relations is where the magic really happens. So let's jump in and have a look. So Cliniq apps helps you develop patient groups, which is data from within your practice management software like Clinico. You then create messages that you can send to these groups, and you automate that whole process through campaigns, and then it just works on autopilot. So let's have a look at how to create a patient group. Right in this video, we're going to show you how to create a sequence for birthdays so that you can send your patients messages around their birthday to really give them a wow experience. And later on in the other videos in this series, we're going to look at how to send messages to those who DNA or not attend your appointments, and those who have been inactive and how to reactivate past clients. But for now, we're talking about birthday messages. So let's jump in. We're going to create a patient group. And so this is where Cliniq apps pulls information from Clinico or your PMS and builds out a patient group. So we're going to call this group those who have a birthday today. And what you do is this. You follow these exact steps. You add in your locations if you have multiple sites, or you just pick your address. And up in the top right-hand corner here, you can see that Cliniq apps has figured out that in our database, we have 1,218 contacts according to this criteria, which is basically our whole database. And then as we go through and filter, that number up in the top right here will change according to our criteria. Now, there's a bunch of criteria here. You can add in demographics such as age or gender. Patient interactions is really powerful, and we're going to get into this when it comes to DNAs and reactivations. This is information based on their appointment behavior. Cliniq apps can also pull information from treatment notes and or medical tags. And then the other variables is where we're going to go today. You can send things based on patient satisfaction, number of past visits, their status if they have the app, but this is the one we want. We want patients whose birthday it is today. So if we apply that criteria, you'll see up in the top right hand corner now, we have 3 patients whose birthday it is today. Now this is a demo data set, but you would see the names of your patients whose birthday it is today and how old they are or their year of birth. So that is the patient group that we want, those whose birthday it is today in all our locations who fit this criteria. So let's save that. And now that patient group is saved. Now we get to create messages to send to that group. So let's go to the message tab, and we're going to craft the exact messages that we want to send them. Now you want to think through the client journey here and create the right message at the right time. Now, in this create message section, there's a bunch of different messages we can create: email, SMS, push notifications if you're using the app, or physical letters. So this is a brilliant feature. You can send out letters in the post for $1.50, which is just a little bit more than the cost of a postage stamp. Amazing. And SMS is at 10 cents or so. So what we want to do is we want to send an SMS. Now, this is what we do in our clinic. Let's call this birthday SMS. We'll just give it a name. Dynamic variables are really powerful. So here you can use patient's name, their last appointment, or any appointment data, all that sort of thing. So let's write this text. Here's what we do in our clinic. We say, happy birthday for yesterday. And then we input the patient's first name. And we do this because we're going to send, it's just saying it's using dynamic variables, happy birthday for yesterday, and that would say, you know, for instance, John. So what we say is, we want to prolong the celebrations. So check your email tomorrow. And a wink. And so we do this because we want to send this message a day after their birthday, and then 2 days after their birthday, we're going to send them an email. So we like to send an SMS first. It's far more personal, and it's far more likely to get opened, and therefore the email that's coming has a better chance of being opened. And so we do this because we like to stretch out patients' birthdays. Everyone receives automated messages and postcards on their birthday. Our clinic, we like to do it the next day and 2 days after to prolong those celebrations. You can send a test SMS to your own mobile number if you like, but we're going to save that SMS message. And then we're also going to create the email that's going to go out 2 days later. So again, you just give your message a name here. So we're going to call it birthday email. We're going to make it an email. You can write your subject here. And so we're going to say happy birthday as the email subject. You can describe your name and the sender's email. This is just a demo, but you can define your name and email address here, and you can also send a test if you like. And we've pre-prepared a message here. So this is what we say. We say, hey, John or Joe, congratulations on making it through another year. Happy birthday. We know it was 2 days ago, but everyone likes to stretch it out. So that gives a real personal, committed message to the patients. I've got a special gift lined up, so simply hit reply and I'll tee you up with a voucher. Looking forward to hearing from you. Enjoy the celebrations. And so what we do here is you can create links. You can see this link here. You can create a mail to link. So when people reply, it goes directly to that email address and pops up in a new window. There's a whole bunch of other features. You can use the dynamic variables here to incorporate any details from the patient's data. You can embed videos and media. You can embed code if you're tech savvy. You can embed pictures and links. You can create this email however you like. We're going to provide this exact copy for you as a download around this video. So make sure you grab a hold of that. And so we're going to save this message here now. So now we've created a patient group of those whose birthday it is today, and we've crafted these two messages. So let's create the campaign and turn this on. So we go create campaign, and this is where it stitches it all together. That's just a little information video. So we're going to call this birthday sequence. Again, you can call it whatever you like. And we want patients to go through this every time. So that means every time they meet the criteria, they go through the sequence. Okay. So the step one in this sequence is when a patient joins this group. So when they become eligible to fit this group, that's step one. We then want to add a step. So remember, we want to send them an SMS the day after. So we're going to send them the birthday SMS 1 day after they fall into that criteria. And then we're going to add another step, and we're going to send them the birthday email 1 day after the previous step. And so that's how you stitch it all together. When patients become eligible for a group, they then go through this sequence according to these time delays. So when we save that, it brings us back to the campaign section here. And to turn that on, all you have to do is press play. And when we do this, when we activate that campaign, this campaign is live, and when patients fall into that criteria of their birthday today, they'll receive an SMS the day after and then an email the day after that. So that's how easy it is to create patient groups, messages, and campaigns in Cliniq apps for those who are having birthdays in your client list. I trust that's been helpful. Make sure you grab the download around this video and stay tuned for the next videos in this series where we're going to be talking about how to create the same process for those patients who DNA in your clinic and who have been inactive for a set number of weeks. And I'll see you in the next videos.